So if you're charging too little, you'll end up getting stressed, and you won't be able to go on holiday. You'll have bills. Your energy levels will decrease. You're not going to feel great. You're not going to be a good healer. It backfires on itself.
The Massage and Physical Therapist Talk Show, brought to you by Massage Warehouse.
We're back for the Massage and Physical Therapist Talk Show, for episode 8. This year is flying, and we've got a special guest, and I'd like to say another friend of mine. I feel very lucky at each episode lately. It seems to just be all my mates, people in the field that I know, but I guess it just shows it's a small world when it comes to this type of work. Everyone knows each other. So today, drum roll please, we're joined by Devon Collier. Devon, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks.
You like that fanfare I just gave you?
Yeah.
I feel like I should get a kazoo or something. I feel like I need a kazoo to go. Maybe for the next.
Put that on your list for the next one.
I'll add that to the expenses spreadsheet. See,
that links into our topic as well.
Oh, it does actually. Oh, yeah, we're giving a bit away there already. So, Evan, how's it going? Are you well?
Great, thanks. Yeah, I mean, as you know, I was in Manchester, where I'm from, and I moved to the Lakes a year and a half ago. So, yeah, big life changes, and it's quite interesting. Yeah.
And so let's just do a bit of background on you, Devon. So obviously I know you, and for anyone listening, Devon was my go-to massage therapist. So when you were in Manchester, I was gutted when you moved because I was like, who am I going to book in with now? You know, when you get used to it, it's like with any therapist, you know, you get used to having your person, don't you? And then when they go or retire or move, you're a bit like, ah.
I was the steamroller of South Manchester.
Yeah, you were. You know, there was times where I was like, oh, that hurts, but it doesn't hurt. It feels really good. Please just don't stop. Yeah. And I was devastated when you moved. However, it was a great move for you, because you have now set up the school. What's it called? Your business, Devon?
It's very long. Lake District School of Massage.
That's the one. I attempted to start that then, but I would have got all the words mixed up. I was going to say the School of Massage in the Lake District, but Lake District School of Massage. Like that. Yeah. So you've gone down a bit of a teaching route.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I've always been into teaching languages, and then in COVID, like for lots of us, you get a chance to realize what you're doing, and I was doing 3 different jobs. I was doing massage, care work, and teaching languages, and I thought I'm all over the place, so I need to streamline this. So I started developing massage courses, and it's so exciting because you get to channel everything you believe in, everything you learn over the years into like a juicy package to help people. It's the most exciting thing ever, and it's my purpose, because it feels great and it's fun as well.
And did that feel like it all just came to fruition when you were like, right, we're looking to move house, bit of a life change? You moved to the Lake District. Was the Lake District the destination before the work? Or
yeah. I always knew I'd move here in future because my partner's from there, and he wanted to move back to be with his old parents at some point. And you know, it can be tricky in a big city, not want to put anyone off, but to set up a school, you know, a massage sort of training business, because there's just a lot of competition. I know there's someone for everyone, and you shouldn't be put off, but I did think, you know, there's nothing like this really where I am in the lake. So I'm really fortunate that I had that chance to start it up somewhere fresh. But yeah, in Manchester, I started developing it. Even over COVID, I was teaching like self-care massage and couples workshops on Zoom, you know, to NHS people, couples. So I'm really grateful for Manchester for helping me start it up, and that the communities that were there to run those things.
I think as well, the Lake District, it's such a beautiful place that, especially if anyone looking to do training, for instance, any excuse to go for a weekend away in the Lake District to go and do some massage training, but also then have a weekend away in the Lake District is kind of like a no-brainer, isn't it? Um,
Yeah.
there's times when I've gone away and done courses for a few days, and it's real, it's exciting. You go and stay somewhere, get yourself an Airbnb or whatever.
Mm,
You're in a different location, so mindset wise, you're there to work. You've not got the
yeah.
distractions from home. So although you've ups and left to the lakes, people will it doesn't. It's not just people from the Lake District that will come
Yeah.
to train with you. People will. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? So people from
Yeah.
all over the UK will probably come over. Is
Yeah.
that
They do make it like a little adventure, and yeah, you're right. There's a mixture. There's most people are from Cumbria, to be honest, because there's
yeah?
not, as I said, there's not that many training schools here. But yeah, you do get people making it into a holiday, and that's fun.
And which part of the Lake District is it?
I'm in what they call the honeypot area. So you've got Bowness, and it's not not in a kinky way. It's just so popular. You've got
Yeah,
Bowness, which is like the Blackpool of the lakes. That's what they say, and then Ambleside, which is
yeah,
where I
beautiful.
am.
Yeah, Ambleside's lovely.
I know,
So
so
you've
it's really handy.
I mean, that's, when people think they're going to go to the lakes for the weekend, the Windermere, Ambleside, they're the two places that people tend to flock
Yeah,
to, isn't it? So having
yeah,
massage therapists in those areas, brilliant, isn't it? You've got all the tourists coming, which is
yeah,
part of it, I guess.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. You're a local now, so you probably
kind of.
yeah, yeah. I've been one of those tourists, and been done my swimming in the
People think
and
I'm a
stuff.
tourist because I just walk around staring at everything, and
Yeah.
everyone just assumes. They say, "Oh, where are you staying? Have you come here for the week?" And
And you're like,
everyone
no,
asks
I
me.
live here.
I
I'm
just
I, I'm a true Amblesider. Yeah. But right, well that leads us nicely kind of onto today's subject. So today's subject's all about money.
yes.
And not all about money as in how do I make loads and loads of money and that's it. It's about the money mindset. So today's episode is called Money Mindset Reset, the importance of being truly comfortable with earning for self-employed therapists. And I think being truly comfortable is the word
Mm,
that means so much because
yeah.
my take on this is, and I've kind of in the past fallen into this sort of category is, you know, working a holistic sort of job, helping people, making people feel good. I've always been of the mindset that I've never wanted to overcharge. I've always wanted to make sure it's as affordable as
Mm,
possible. Um,
mm,
and one of the struggles I've had with that is being based in Manchester. You've
mm,
got to price your sessions accordingly with the going rate in the area. Now, Manchester is a big city,
mm.
and that rate can just be a bit bonkers in certain places. Um,
Right.
so for me, I would never want to have charged like 70 quid for a massage or whatever, when that's what some places
Yeah.
maybe charge, because I wouldn't feel comfortable charging that but
Mm.
I've probably always been on the lower end of the
I,
pricing
I did
structure.
think that when I saw your pricing menu.
Yeah. And
I
I've
thought,
never,
what are you doing?
exactly. And I've never really changed it. And maybe I have one of these money blocks, which I'll be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. I had to Google what a money block was when I seen it
Yeah.
in the subject because I was thinking, what is that? So I've kind of educated myself. So for
Yeah.
anyone listening thinking, what is a money block? What I got off Google is a money block is a negative subconscious belief about money
Mm.
that can limit you from achieving your conscious desires. Now that
Wow.
sounds very
Should memorize that. It's good.
philosophical, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
that is me because I've always had fear of increasing my prices.
Mm. Yeah.
And I've had people say to me loads of times, like, but you do them on a canal boat as well. And it's like this
Yeah.
beautiful location and it's got its own USP and,
Mm.
it's different. you should be charging a bit more. And
Yeah.
I remember once, I think I used to charge, I think ever since I set up and forever, pretty much, I was charging £40 for a massage. And
Gosh.
I put it up by £5 after COVID to 45. And that was a
Mm.
big, a big thing for me. It was like, oh my God, all my clients are going to leave. They're all going
Oh
to,
no.
and literally not one mentioned. Everyone was just like, oh yeah. It's as if they were waiting for the price to go up and just obviously not saying anything because
Mm.
we're getting a nice, a nice rate kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even that's probably quite cheap for where I am. I mean, I know people listening to this, it is area specific. If you're working in London,
Mm.
your price is going to be a lot more, aren't they?
Yeah,
Cost of
genuinely, yeah.
cost of living, this, that, and the other. But
Yeah.
the service is the service.
Mm.
So what
What would
break
I
this
say
down
to
for
all
me?
that?
And like, yeah,
Okay.
what's my problem? What's going on?
It's a big topic, so let me just try and pick a few things that floated up to the top of my head then. So first of all, this is massive in the industry. Let's just say the healing industry, just to sort of break it down. So the, I hear it all the time. It's I want to make my treatments accessible to people because you're a nice healing person. That's your role. You want other people to benefit from that. You don't want to feel like you're taking from them. You want them to be able to afford it, basically, and that's great and logical. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of your clients will be able to afford a lot more, and they would probably want to pay you more. And you will get those that it's a bit dear for, or they're struggling. So what I would suggest, instead of a blanket, keeping everything low just in case someone's a bit broke, raise them, but have a community rate, or however you want to word it, so you're not making someone feel uncomfortable, or a sort of loyalty rate, or something where you can still help those people that aren't doing as well financially, but you're not cutting yourself short. And it's sort of, hopefully that's going to tick all the boxes. I know a lot of people have like a certain amount of places where they'll charge cheaper, and then but their base rate is higher. Because I was the same. I used to, I wanted to make them accessible, but then I had loads of my clients, they were well off. They were like counselors, self-employed counselors, they charge like 60, 70 an hour, and they were like, I want to pay you more, your prices should be more. And I'm like, oh no, it's going to be too dear for people. But for some people it was too cheap. So then I thought, right, I'm raising them all, and then and this is what I call, I'm going to get my mother to raise the points another way. So you can have like a system where, like I said, cheaper ones for certain people, or like I did in Manchester to get my mother to raise a point. What I mean, you want to help different people. I applied for a wellness fund, and I ran massage workshops in like community settings for free. So that way I was helping a huge variety of people who've never experienced that sort of thing. They were getting it for free, but I was being funded for that, so that I wasn't struggling myself.
Yeah, so you
Because
obviously you're not, it's I feel it's a bit different if you're older, you've had a great career and you're retiring and you've got time and to want to maybe give back or do something, to fill your time, and then you can do things for free, this, that, and the other. But none of us can work for free.
you
We've all got
shouldn't.
um bills to pay, and this is a major point when you probably see all these comments as well on the massage warehouse Facebook group about people how to deal with clients that want to cancel last minute and don't want to pay and stuff. And it's
Mm,
ultimately it's
mm.
like you're working for free.
Yeah,
Um, you've
yeah,
allocated that slot to them. They've
yeah,
cancelled on the evening, and then somehow think they shouldn't have to pay for it when
yeah,
you're there, your room's warm, you're ready, you're in that
yeah.
mindset, and
Because
it's
every
mind
client
blowing.
that, yeah, I know it happens all the time, and every client that cancels, they've always got a reason, you know. but all of them have. So you need a blanket terms and conditions. And my policy was always 100% prepayment and booking.
Yep.
If you cancel within 48 hours, you lose it.
I've
And I
always been
would
the same.
I would be a little bit lenient with regulars if they had an emergency, but apart from that, no, because like you said, it's the mindset is that okay, so say you're employed by someone, I don't know, you work in a bank or whatever, you've got that protection. If you're ill, you can get paid. They're going to sort your, I don't know, tax and all that. They're going to do the admin. You just go in there and work. But if you're self-employed, you've got to do all that yourself. You've got no protection, so you need these structures in place, like you said, with the policies. And this comes into the accounting and all these sort of admin processes. But so many therapists are, and I was the same. You go into it because you like the freedom, you want to heal, you're just full of this loving energy. But unless you have those, like, let's say, boring business structures, terms and conditions, I just think you crumble in the end,
Yeah.
and you're your own victim. So I would say get this boring structured stuff in place at the
Yeah.
start, and it's going to protect you. It's not a barrier. It's like building you up.
Yeah, definitely. I think like I've always been quite cutthroat with that. Even I've had the odd regular that, and if their excuse for having to
Good.
cancel has been a little bit not so watertight, I've just been
Yeah.
strict with it because I just think at the end of the
Good.
day, especially now more than ever, when I'm working on the boat, for instance, that's my time that I've allocated to being there. Now I've got the baby at home and stuff like that. It's like I'm there to
Mm.
work, so I'm not there to
Yeah.
just sit and chill. And if people come, great. If they
Yeah.
don't, then I can just sit and have a read a book and relax. I'm there to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a job, and I'm quite lucky in a sense that I've built up many different strings to my bow, if you like, in the self-employed world. So
Yeah.
when
You have.
so I've got lots of things going on, and there's always income coming in from different places. So I'm not
Mm.
reliant on one sole thing.
Yeah.
Which
That's
was
a
a
good way to
godsend
be.
yeah, well, it was a godsend when COVID hit because obviously all the hands-on stuff stopped completely.
Mm.
So obviously there was a blind bit of panic for a moment, thinking, God, I'm not going to earn
Yeah.
anything from that. But then it was like,
Yeah.
oh, but I can still earn from this, and this, and I had other stuff coming in. So
Mm.
I've always had people say to me in the past, like, "Oh, you do too much. Do you not just want to focus on one thing rather than thing it?" And I'm like, "No. Well, for one, it makes my life much more exciting, um,
Yeah.
because each day is slightly different.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and I
did
guess
want to ask actually, what sorry, I cut you off, but I've not seen you for a while, and you are one of those people that does millions of things. And can you just remind me of all the different, let's say, work kind of stuff you do? Because
yeah.
there's
So I've
about
got,
5 things, isn't there?
yeah,
Or 10.
well, yeah. I mean, I'll probably forget certain things, but I've got obviously Take a Breather UK, which is something I've built up.
Yeah.
That's myself on the canal boat, and then the corporate side of it. So working in various
Yeah.
offices.
Which I used to do for you.
Yeah, and you've worked with
Thank
me
you.
doing stuff there, yeah, which again was awesome. But
Yeah.
that's something that's peaks and troughs. I've got a few
Yeah.
regulars that's every fortnight, every month, which is again is a nice bit of guaranteed income coming in.
Mm.
Um, and then there's random companies that just get in touch all the time.
Mm.
It's Wellness Week at work, it's this, that, and the other.
Mm.
So that's quite a nice. Sometimes it's nice that I'm just sat on admin sorting
Yeah.
that out because it's nice to have a break from doing just full on hands on all day, every day kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, so there's that. I run like a school music company as well. So because I'm a
Ah, yeah.
musician, obviously you know that, but I don't know if anyone else listening knows. So we teach kids instruments, music.
Yeah.
We've got a little team doing that as well. So when you add all this up, there's always something for me to be doing.
Yeah.
So it brings in little revenue streams.
Yeah.
But
And I do
obviously,
advise people to play on all the skills because, like you said, you're vulnerable if you've just got one thing. So I was going to mention a good way for people to diversify is to think about offering a package to your clients. So, for example, if you're into, I don't know, exercise or spiritual stuff, so, like another modality, you offer an option to clients to have a package and or a program, let's say. So the program would have a goal such as, I don't know, improve your energy levels or decrease your stress or feel more at one. I don't know, just some sort of goal that someone might want if they've, stressed and stuff. And then instead of just the massage or just the reflexology, you offer a mixture of different things, plus an option to check in with you, like phone calls or like filling out forms and things, and just really like honing on all your different qualities, how you can help someone, and offering a program. That's a really interesting thing to do, and it's not going to work for a lot of clients. They just want to come in and
Have the session
get
and
their
go sort of thing.
yeah, they're not going to do self-care or anything. They're not bothered,
Yeah.
but a lot of people, they really want to like see an improvement in posture or something, and they really would like that structure. So it's something really interesting to look into, and I can send you more info on this if anyone's
Yeah,
interested
no,
in
that'd
how
be
to build
brilliant.
a program.
Because you're great with stuff like that. Obviously, I follow you on Instagram, and I love all your like videos and comments, and to me that's like a package of help, watching and just advice on certain things. But when I was working full time at a recording studio, and I was just doing therapies in the evenings and on the weekends, and I got to a point where I had a good few evenings a week that were full, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, if I did this more, this is actually a good job.
Mm,
I enjoy it. It pays well. Um, should I do this full time? To the point where I ended up taking that leap.
mm,
But to do that, I sat and worked some, bits and bobs out. And what I tried to do was work out how many clients
mm.
I would want a month.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
because I
Yeah,
set
you
a
need a
goal.
little
It was
plan.
it was like a goal. So
Yeah.
I worked it out based on what my rate was at the time, which was 40 quid, 40 quid an
Hmm.
hour for an hour's session. So that's what I was just basing it on. And then I was thinking, I'd be happy doing no more than four hours a day, really, of
Yeah.
hand massage. That was max, really.
That's enough.
Um,
That's what they do in the spas with spa staff. They say 4 hours of
oh,
massage.
oh,
The
great.
good employers. I
Yeah, I
guess
was
so.
going to
You're
say, because
right.
you go to somewhere, you
Yeah.
see they've been working like 12 hours non-stop and they're like absolutely worn
Yeah.
out. But I think 4 hours of hands-on is great.
Yeah.
I understand some people do more than that, and
Yeah.
if because they like to fit it all into a few days and then maybe have
Yeah.
some days off and stuff. But that's down to your limits as a therapist. If
Yeah.
the way I see it, if it hurts, you need to chill out a little bit. Do you know what I mean? You not shouldn't
Listen
be
to your
hurting
body.
yourself. Yeah, you shouldn't be hurting yourself in this line of work. Yeah, you're gonna feel a bit aching now and again, a bit like if you go to the gym or whatever. But
Yeah.
there's a difference between feeling a little bit tired and something hurting, I think. And so
Yeah.
you need to make that executive decision and listen to your body, don't you? But so
Mm.
I based it on four sessions a day max.
Okay.
Um, and I was a bit like, well, if I had, you know, 3 days a week and I had 4 clients a day, I was thinking,
Mm.
that's 12 clients a week.
Mm.
So then I was
Yeah.
like, so a month, what's that?
Oh
40,
gosh.
48 clients a month,
Okay.
something like that.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
And that was like a bit of a target. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting to get there straight away because when you look at that,
Mm.
that's quite a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially if you're new to this world and you're still spreading your name around and building
Yeah.
contacts and stuff. But I had that target in mind all the time,
Mm.
48
Yeah.
different people
Yeah.
a month,
A day.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
a day, yeah.
A minute.
The Massage and Physical Therapist talk show is brought to you by Massage Warehouse. Run by therapists for therapists, we're committed to solving common issues you might encounter in your massage therapy practice. Here at Massage Warehouse, we understand how important your massage table is to you and how much you try to keep your table protected. Oh! However, accidents can happen. The last thing any therapist wants to see is an unsightly tear, rip, or mark on their table. Not only do these marks look bad, there is a chance that they will grow and cause even more damage to your table. Many therapists think they'll have to replace their entire table. However, we have a solution. Introducing our massage table adhesive repair patches, the simple way to fix tears and prevent further damage to your table. To use the patch, first clean around the area of the tear for any dust or dirt using a dry cloth. Next, peel off the back of the patch. After this, carefully apply the patch over the tear. Finally, smooth around the edges of the repair patch for perfect application. And your table should be repaired and good to go. Our patches come in 3 different colours: black, navy and cream. We have different size repair patches available, and should you have a uniquely shaped tear on your upholstery, we can create a custom size repair patch for you. Check out our website massagewarehouse.co.uk to see the full range. Now back to the show.
Yeah, no, you're right. And this kind of ties into one of my tips about mindset. It's ask and you shall receive. So you do need a plan. Like if you just kind of like, oh, I'll see how it goes, then you're kind of saying like you don't know how it's going to go, and you need an idea. Like you said, think of how much you want to earn, write it down, write how many clients you want, because then you sort of whether you're into sort of spiritual law of attraction stuff or not, it's going to make you feel more in control. And if you are into that kind of woo-woo side of things, it's law of attraction. You're sort of saying, right, this is what I expect, this is what I would like. I'm writing it out, I'm saying it out. So, let it come to me now.
I'm into that. I'm into that. I'm
Yeah,
into that sort of that positive sort of mindset of
yeah,
this is what I'm gonna need. This is what I'm
yeah,
gonna push towards.
yeah. If you
And I like
expect,
having that
you
goal
can you
to
can receive. Yeah.
yeah.
And I
Um
do it with money. I write out how much I want to earn each year, and I say it over and over. I use it in my passwords on my computer and stuff, so I'm keeping it fresh in my mind. Every month, how much I want to earn. If you don't say, how does the universe know?
yeah.
Um, and then every time I earn a bit of money that month, I write that down on a piece of paper. Even if someone's bought me like some lunch, anything I get like that, I write it down, and it's kind of like a gratitude activity. Then you total it up at the end of the month, and often it's the amount I've said I want is the amount that I get. So it's these little sort of tricks of keeping aware of what we want, and expecting that it's going to come to us. That's the main thing. It's
I
a
know
fun game.
it is, and I know some people listening to this might be thinking, oh, well, that's all well and good, just saying, listen, I want to earn this much, and that's how much I'm then going to magically earn because that's
Ah,
what I said I want
yeah,
to. But you've got to have the drive to get there. But
yeah,
the point is that a lot of therapists can maybe feel like not genuine because they're making money. Does that make,
yeah. That's
um, and
one
that's just
tangle
a,
here. That's a massive thing. Yeah,
yeah, it is, and that's what we need to get out of that mindset of it's a job at the end of the day, and then you need to kind of, although it's
yeah.
something that means something and it helps people, care work's a job, and you're caring for
Mm.
people, but you're still getting paid for it, and you're still getting overtime pay and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Um,
this is a huge topic. I want to go into this, and this is a money block in the holistic world. It's the belief that money and healing or spirituality or whatever, money and healing should be separate, because caring for people, whatever modality you have, it just comes from your soul. It's good stuff. And then money's like evil. So having that duality is a money block. And like you said, it is just a job. So just before I want to go into this, I've got a little quote which is relevant to this, and it's, well, I won't, you probably
Oh,
can't
look at
read that. I'll just read it out.
Look at that preparation. I knew I was on with a professional today.
I got this from an Instagram account called Little Traverse Massage. They're in America and they're wonderful. So I didn't want to just copyright it. I just so building wealth is the natural result of performing actions that uplift humanity. So, like you said before, you know, it is a job, and the money isn't separate from, shouldn't be separate from being nice. You know, you're contributing to people's health. You might be preventing serious diseases. You know, stress is a killer. It's the biggest reason for, in my opinion, for like major diseases. So valuing your role in the healing industry is really, really important. And as soon as you realize how important it is, you can be, you know, you can accept that the wealth you're going to build is a natural result of performing actions that uplift humanity. So you're not taking from people when you charge the money, you're giving to them.
Yeah.
And then the exchange for that is money. And when you, so if you're charging too little, you'll end up getting stressed, and you won't be able to go on holiday. You'll have bills. Your energy levels will decrease. You're not going to feel great. You're not going to be a good healer. It backfires on itself. So when you're earning more, you can help more people because you feel better. You're having a nice quality of life. You can buy the good food. You can go away. So you're going to prevent illness in yourself, and then you can help more people with your energy. You can, you know, donate to charity, that sort of thing. So actually, people like you, whoever's listening, and people like you, Chris, people like me, nice, caring people, when you have the money, that's the best place for it. So it benefits everyone when you are abundant. So when you have this mindset, you start feeling more comfortable with earning money. And when you feel good about earning money instead of guilty, according to the law of attraction, it comes towards you more easily. So this is what we're talking about with mindset. It's thinking positively about money and not negatively.
Yeah. No, I get that. And do you know what helped me get over it a little bit? Well, quite a lot actually, was when I realized how much people spend on things.
Yeah,
Um, that made
yeah,
me not feel like I was
you're
overcharged.
right.
You know, someone will go out
Yeah,
for a night out in the pub and then happily spend
yeah,
60, 70 quid for the night just buying
yeah,
drinks in the pub. And ultimately, what you're getting from that, you're getting a bit of a hangover the next day. But
yeah.
yeah, you're getting a nice evening with your friends. So if people are happy to spend that in the pub on a Friday night, then they're happy to spend that, invest that on themselves for an hour's
Yeah,
massage, you know.
yeah,
Um,
you're right.
so when you
And
break it
that's,
down like
yeah,
that, that helped me get rid of these blocks because
yeah,
it was like I was overthinking it, and I was thinking people like spending money on things that they like to
yeah.
do, you know, whether it's going to the football, whether it's having a takeaway, whether it's going out to the pub, whether it's having a massage. Do you know what I mean? People just
Mm,
spend money on what they want to spend money on.
yeah. And you're
So
right, that's another money block, but it ties into another block that people have, especially nowadays. And it's propagated by the government as well. There's not enough money to go around. Everyone's broke, cost of living. And that thinking like that makes you think, oh God, I'm not going to get the money. But like you said, it's not, yeah, obviously there's a thing going on with all that, but people still spend money on what they want. You know, they'll get their nails done, they'll get their eyebrows done. These things, which I kind of think are unnecessary myself, but they enjoy, and that's fine. So, although there's cost of living, you're right. People still have the money to do what they want, more or less. So, um, yeah. So you don't need to reduce everything. because they're going to spend £60
Yeah.
on pints.
Yeah, well, this is the
People
thing.
make that choice.
Yeah, it's the choice is down to people and what they spend their money on and how they budget their money each month, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so you're a new therapist. You've just set up. You've figured out, right, I'm going to charge this.
Mm.
There's still a bit more to it, isn't there? Because obviously I've said set your goals, set how many
Mm.
clients you want to see each
Yeah.
week, but it's all, if you get busy, really quick, it's
Mm.
hard to say, and the money is coming in. It's hard
Mm.
to not add that extra client onto that day,
Oh
and
yeah, we've
yeah,
all done it, haven't we? When we're tired, but you think, oh, I don't
oh,
want to miss out.
yeah, it might be quiet
Yeah,
next week, so I'll just
yeah,
squeeze them in anyway, and then before you know it, next week's absolutely rammed as well anyway.
yeah.
And where does
It
it
does
end?
happen. Yeah.
And it's hard to turn down money, is it? If people are, it's like someone's throwing money. If someone's throwing money at you, you're not going to say, "Nah, I don't want it." Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? But so you do
it's a
have
tricky
to
one, that.
be, yeah, it is because in the world of self-employed, you don't know, things can change at the click
Yeah.
of a finger. So if the money's coming in, you don't
Mm.
want to turn it down. If
Yeah.
you've said you're only going to see 4 clients a day, and
Mm.
then you keep getting a fifth or a sixth person wanting to book in that day, and you think, oh well, they're here anyway. But you
Mm.
need to set boundaries, don't you? Because
Yes.
it's all well and good saying, "Oh, I'll just do it, and I'll just make loads of, get it all in now." But if you burn out,
Yeah.
then in the long term, that's going to be more detrimental to you, isn't it? Than
Yeah, and this reminds me, and I'm sure lots of philosophers have said it, but the person I remember who said it is Jim Carrey, or Jim Carrey? No, Jim Carrey, isn't it?
the actor,
And he said, yeah, the actor,
Ace
the
Ventura.
mask, Ace Ventura, yeah.
Oh,
But
I used to idolize myself on that guy.
he's a big sort of kind of spiritual guy now these days. Anyway, he says, think about this: is this action coming from love or fear? Because if it's coming from fear, then it's not good for you, and it's stress. It's not going to overall, it's not going to be beneficial. Or is it coming from love? So you're talking about, oh, you're worried there'll be no money in a week, you got to get these clients and that's fear, and it's a stressful way to be. I personally stop enjoying massage if I'm doing too much. I just can't connect with it. It's just like, might as well be in an office or
Yeah,
McDonald's or something. It's, you forget which leg, have I done that leg? It's
yeah.
it's not fun. And you want to be engaged with it. So yeah, it's not a good mentality. This is a money block. It's fear, it's stress, and it's not a good way to be. So like you said, have these boundaries. And when I at the start, and most people do this, they don't have a booking system. They just take clients whenever the clients are free. So someone will message, they'll say, oh, what's your availability? You say, oh, what would you like, or something. And you're just fitting them in on Sunday, on your mum's
Yeah,
birthday, just. And
yeah,
the minute I said, no, I'm only working Tuesdays, Fridays, I was worried. Oh no, but they just filled up. They
yeah,
just filled up. So have your working hours and days set out, or your limit of how many people, and actually it works in your favor, because if you say I'm fully booked, someone goes, oh God, they must be really good, I need to book in early.
yeah,
So it does the opposite, being too available. You're not, it's a bit like playing hard to get when you're courting someone. You
yeah,
don't want to be too available because it devalues you, and ultimately they won't respect you in time.
yeah.
So that's some relationship advice, but it
Hey,
applies
we're
to
learning a lot today.
it applies to the client therapist relationship. If someone can always get you like that, they'll never try and book 2 weeks in advance, because they won't value your sort of schedule. So
Well,
yeah, even though, like you said, you want to get the money, you need to have the mindset that the money will always be there.
yeah,
And you need your boundaries, structure, self-care, or you're just going to implode on yourself,
definitely.
and you'll just get ill. The system's going to crash.
Yeah, it'll all come tumbling
But
down.
another tip that it links with this is accounting. And you probably, a lot of people hear that word and they just shut down because it's so boring. And I used to be crap with accounting, but if you get on top of this, and I'll just share a few ways of doing this, it's going to increase the amount you earn and make you feel better. So what you need is a business bank account, and
Yep.
you'd be surprised how many self-employed therapists don't have one. They use a personal account. And it's really detrimental because not only is it complicated, you can't see how much you're making and spending. And when you come to do your tax return, it's a nightmare. So that in itself is going to make you feel all over the place. And you want to feel in control with money because it makes you feel calmer. If we're talking about law of attraction, if you feel in control, then you're going to earn a steady amount. Whereas if you feel stressed and higgledy-piggledy with it, your earnings are going to be higgledy-piggledy. So get your business bank account. Monzo are great. It takes like 10 minutes to set up on your phone. You can even send payment requests to clients through Monzo on your business account. And yeah, it just sends out the message that it's professional.
It makes
You
you
know, to your
feel
clients.
a bit more professional as well when
Yeah,
you've got your own bank card with your business name on it and stuff.
yeah,
I used NatWest when I set mine up. I've had it for ages, and with
right.
that, you got free accounting software included with it for taking it out,
Yeah,
and it's called Free
yeah.
Agent, which is brilliant. And I use that for all my accounts. I use it to send invoices. It sends
Mm,
automated reminders. I
yeah,
can log any payment that comes in. I can assign it to something. So that
yeah,
at the end of the tax year, it's almost done for you. You just got everything's just there because, like you're saying, it's
yeah.
all coming in and out of your business
The
account.
same thing. It's
Um,
simple. Yeah.
it's what
But I
works
do,
for you, isn't it? I
but
use an account. To be honest, I use an accountant now.
yeah,
Anyway, the free agent's just for me, just so I can look and see what's what.
yeah.
Because I have all the different things that I'm running. I've just got a guy
Oh
that
yeah,
does it all now. So I just
that's
send him
helpful.
whenever a receipt comes in, I just forward it on. Just I send it all
Great.
on to him, and he just does it. So to me, that was the
Mm,
next step. What it was worth me paying him to take
yeah,
that stress off. And
yeah,
then I knew it was getting done properly, and it was you
yeah.
know. But previous to that, I used to just like you say, just do it all myself. And I used to have a spreadsheet, and I still use it. Again, it's just for me though.
Mm,
It's probably because I'm just in this habit now, and I like to see right in front
yeah.
of me. And every Monday morning, I open this spreadsheet on my laptop
Mm,
and I type in with the date and the description and the cost of what I'm earning that week. So on
good.
Monday
Yeah,
I'll be like, right, 3 times 1 hour massage sessions,
yeah,
Tuesday, whatever, blah blah blah.
yeah,
And then at the start of each week, I look ahead to see what I'm earning that week, and I like drag and highlight across the income, and then I can see the
yeah,
full total. But it also adds it all up as
yeah.
I enter it, so I can see as the year's going by how much that
Mm,
year I've earned so far at this current point.
mm,
So then
yeah,
I've got an idea in my head of if I'm going to be hitting what I hit last year, or if it's
yeah,
looking like more already, or do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I do that religiously with a coffee on a Monday morning. I
Mm,
fill it in for the week. So I'm always
yeah,
ahead. I'm always ahead of so that when it comes to the end of the tax year, I can just look at that and be like, wow, that's what
yeah,
I've earned from
yeah.
doing this
So
kind of work. You know,
in the past, I would have thought, oh my God, I'm not doing all that extra stuff. I'm not like
it
Bill
takes
Gates'
2 minutes
computer
though.
whiz. But now, after reading books on money mindset, which I can recommend if you know to people listening, they've transformed it for me. But now I'm in this sort of trying to get on level with the money and be comfortable with it. What you're describing, Chris, is being in control of things, keeping it in order, and it really helps. These books are read, they do advise, get familiar with it. You know, so many people never check their bank account. They're kind of scared. They
Yeah,
don't know how much is in there. They don't know how much they're spending. It's like, oh, you know. But actually, if you get familiar with it all and reckon with it, we're talking about, feeling in control, aren't we? And it's really, really important. And it's again, we're going back to this overall topic of people view money as evil or bad. You might think of like rich people like Donald Trump or Cruella de Vil, even from 101 Dalmatians, these sort of cackling, horrible rich people. And so you kind of want, if you're sort of a healing person, you want to steer away from all that. You don't even want to look at your bank account. You don't want to ask for money because it's evil. But there's no link between being good and evil and money. You've got really good rich people like Dolly Parton, George Michael. They donate. The you know the really good and the rich, and then you've got poor people that are really horrible and mean, and so you need to break this societal ideology that money is evil. It's a business thing, but I'm a healer. I care about people, because there's no link between being good and being rich or poor. That there's nothing there. So you've got to look after yourself with the money, with your accounting, with your lists, with your expectations, because it means that you can help more people and look after yourself. So that's kind of like the big message, I think, here.
And that's
Don't
brilliant.
be scared.
Don't be scared
of
of
money,
don't be scared of money, and
because it's for
this is
you
your
and for
job.
everyone.
This
Yeah.
is your job. You do it because you love it and you're going to earn money from doing it. It's a
Yeah.
great position to be in. Doing a job you enjoy, that you love, that you can actually earn decent money from for something that you're really good at. So what I would say, Devon, is on the YouTube link when this goes live, it'd be great for you to put some comments in there with like links to some of these books that you suggest.
I've got some blog posts. I've got some tips and books and bits.
Amazing.
Pop it
So
all in there.
where can people find you, Devon? Where can people find out more about, because you post stuff about this regularly on your pages, don't you? You know, so what give us your socials.
So basically, it's all Lake District School of Massage. So if you can be bothered typing all that out, you'll get the good stuff. So you've
So on
got that
Instagram, Lake District School of
Instagram,
Massage.
Facebook, and the website as well. There's like
Brilliant.
free blog posts on there. I always share tips, and and on my
Awesome.
courses, all my courses that I do a lot of hands-free deep tissue training like CPD, but all those will include money mindset, money management, marketing, because it's just as important as your skill set, and it's what was lacking from all the courses I did. So yeah, anything I've been banging on about, it's on my live courses as well.
Brilliant.
Or online.
And if anyone wants a weekend away in Ambleside, then to get down to the lakes and book on a course with Devon. So, Devon, it has been wonderful to speak to you today. I've managed to make it through the whole episode without coughing. My nose has got more and more blocked as the session's gone on, so my voice has probably changed midway through the recording.
Sound even more mank.
That's it. Yeah, sound like Liam Gallagher. I won't start singing for you. He's another rich musician that yeah. But there you go. So anyone listening, make sure you like and share and subscribe at the link below. We'll be back for episode 9 in the coming weeks. So thank you, Devon, for joining me on this rainy Mancunian morning. And is it raining near you?
Always.
Yeah, good. That makes me feel a bit better then. Spring's on its way. Fingers crossed. So yeah, everyone, thank you for listening. And go and earn some money. Don't be scared of that money.
It's good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
The Massage and Physical Therapist Talk Show. We discuss the talking points that matter to you, the therapist. A lot of work goes into creating the talk shows, and we'd be very grateful if you can choose Massage Warehouse when shopping for massage supplies so we can continue to create these amazing podcasts. Massage Warehouse is your one-stop shop for massage supplies and does great work supporting our wonderful community. Until next time,